Hello, 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 my darlings. Thank you for joining me on A Slice of Life, A Slice of Life. You've heard me say this before, but I'm going to say it again. Go where you're celebrated. Yes, go where you are celebrated. This is not an idea that I came up with, the phraseology. I was told this some time ago by a dear friend. He used to say, Georgianne, go where you're celebrated. And so I'm saying, in light of so much going on right now, stories that are on the news, go where you are celebrated. As I've gotten older, I've discovered something that has made my life much lighter. I don't have to stay where I'm merely tolerated. I don't have to stay where I'm merely tolerated. I can choose to go where I am celebrated. Think about it. You have choices. You can choose where you shop. See, there was a time that we could only shop at a certain place or a certain floor in the building. Couldn't try on clothes. Now you could choose where you shop. Go where you are celebrated. Share your funds and your shopping experience with people who, one, need to have the funds more than the bigger stores, perhaps, and they would love to have a one-on-one with you. Let me tell you, I have a friend. He used to say, Georgianne, go to a store where they know you. Because he would go, there are big box stores that have supplies for your office. But he went to a smaller store. He said he paid more just to hear them call his name when he walked in. I said, what? Boy, are you crazy? Then I thought about it. He said, but when I want something, they'll say, oh, Mr. Blah, blah, XYZ, don't worry about it. We'll get it for you. We'll send it over right away. He said, you go with people who are glad to have your business. And the smaller stores are glad to have your business. When they see you coming, they say, oh, here comes Dr. Thomas. Here comes Miss Georgianne. He said, whatever they call you. He said, and they'll know already, oh, I got that. I saw that. It came through the supply chain, and I held one for you. He said, that is what you want. And so it occurred to me that that's the way we need to do this right now. All of us in America, we need to go up that route. Go where you are celebrated. And you can choose where you shop. You can choose where you eat. Why would you give money to people who do not give anything back to your community? Why would you give them money? Why did I do it? I'm not just pointing the finger at you because that thumb comes back to me. I did it. I'm going in here and I would make friends and try to make friends. I looked around. Nobody looked like me worked in there and never did, never would, ever saw one person that looked like me that worked in these people's places. I was like, whoa, what? Because we can't work in there? And so, well, they all speak a language and blah, blah. Hey, go where you are celebrated. Go when you eat, go somewhere where just find some places. Find some places. We need to get the Green Book back or the Black Directory. I remember this gentleman back in the day had a Black Directory. I forget his name, but my daughter always remembers his name, and sometimes I do. But you could go to these places and find somebody that's going to be glad to see you, and you can give them a look and they can read it. Come on, James Baldwin. Okay, go. You could choose where you want to worship. You always want to show that you're what is the word we do a lot of. We're equal opportunity people, so we'll go and we'll search out a church because God loves everybody, and that's fine. That's fine if that's what you want to do. You see, what is your point though? You want to be the only one. There's some people who only want to be the only one, like that's going to give you some kind of status. Maybe some sick status, but that you want to be the only one, so you can come back and say, I'm the only one, because I want to show them I'm a different kind. What are you talking about? Have you lost your mind? Just be human. All right? You don't have anything to prove because just being human every day is enough. So it says, go where you can choose where you volunteer. You don't have to volunteer in places where they don't want you. Volunteer with people who want you there. I love the volunteer service people who get out, and I used to do that when I was at Delta Airlines. Just go and join groups of people and volunteer on Saturdays or on off days, just to help a community or help a family. Giving back is important. Who was that said? That's the rent you pay for being here. I know the person who said that. And you could choose where you work. Now listen, I know the economy is bad and you got that job. And I had one. Yeah, I won't talk about them. I'm not going to say, but it was very difficult being the only one. I did not know that it was going to be like that. I did not know the hateful, racist, backstabbing things were going to happen to me and to people like me that came behind me in that particular department. I did not know people hated you so much that they would lie and cut you out and make sure you were not, you appeared like the one who was not well prepared for the job. I don't understand how you take that kind of time, how you do a Black Wall Street. You see the people have let you alone, and then you mad because they let you alone, and you go and burn down, and nobody talks about the descendants of those people. Well, we are constantly being reminded of our descendants, where we came from, our ancestors. We're constantly reminded. But the descendants of the people who burned down Black Wall Street never ever listed, discussed it, and they know who they are. And we were minding our business. And I'm saying that right now. Right now, people are upset because we are minding our own business. We're taking care of our own people. We're working out things that we should have worked out when desegregation was one of the worst things that could have happened. But it happened, and so we're almost back to that again. Unfortunately, we just can't be human beings. I'm on a campaign to just be a human being. No adjective, just human. Anyway, where do you spend your time? Right now, I got so excited about that. That you go where do you spend your time? And perhaps more importantly, who you spend your life with. With whom do you spend your life? With whom do you spend your time? With whom do you spend your money? With whom do you spend your energy? Let me ask you that again. I need you to think about, with whom do you spend your money? With whom do you spend your time? With whom do you spend your money? With whom do you share your energy? That's very important. We need to stop. We need to stop now. I'll be 84. I got it. Some of you all in your 50s and your 40s, and you're still struggling with this. Stop it. Because you got 40 more years of life. You got 50 more years of life. You got 30 more years of life. I got 16 maybe. Okay? So I'm talking to you on the other side to get you going, just to understand. Respect has become one of the most valuable currencies in the world. Respect. Respect yourself. RESPECT. Tell me what that means. I go to me. Respect yourself. So you got to respect yourself. It's respect. You see, I remember you've heard me talk about how I had on the same blue. Matter of fact, it was this kind of blue, this dress right here. This dress is so pretty. Y'all need to see the bottom. Anyway, this blue. I got it from Reggie Steens. I look fabulous in it. And that lady threw that money back to me. She had no respect for me whatsoever. Why are you supporting these people who have no respect for you? What scholarships have you heard these same stores give to HBCU? And how you going to talk about an HBCU without, this is what killed, I don't understand it. You talk about an HBCU, and why we had an HBCU is because you didn't want us to come to your school. So you said, you can't come to our schools. And we said, okay, we start our own schools. We started our own school. And I said, look at that. They're all black over there. Well, excuse me. But if you go back in time, I just remember, how did we get an HBCU in the first place? I didn't know what an HB and a C and a U was until I came south to go to an HB, a C, and a U. Do I have on my Spelman blue? Yes, I do. Anyway, when you walk into a business, okay, respect. Okay, I have walked into businesses where no one greeted me. Oh, and I have turned around, walk out. Why do you insist I approve of them? They go, and here comes a man. Oh, we sorry, ma'am. And then you gonna eat some food in a place where they already know that you were not welcome. Why do you do that? Why are we doing that? Stop it. All right. Employees act as if I was interrupting their day. I've had to say, excuse me. And what about that lumping us together? I come in and I say, I like to do blah, blah, blah. And then they say, two. Now I say, and somebody's behind me. I said, to who? Did I say there was two of us? Oh, I thought it was four of y'all. Because we all stand together. We all black. We all came together. Well, I didn't say it was a group. I said, saying one person. But you look back there and made an assumption. Just saying. Anyway, you know what? You don't have to argue. Do not argue with people anymore. Stop arguing with people. You can't, listen, you can't prove a racist. You can't do anything with that person. Their mind has been made up. Bless their heart. You have to bless their heart, them. You have to say, baby, bless your heart. You'll find out in by and by. They'll find out because there's something wrong. They don't want to read a book. You have to read a book. That's possible, but maybe it's not possible. So you can hear it, or you can look it up, or somebody can give you a story, but you don't want to believe where you really came from. Baby, all roads lead back to Lucy, and Lucy was in Africa. So I don't argue, and you don't complain, because when you complain and sit down and eat, how dumb is that? That's a dumb move. You complain, run. No. And if you're already in progress, then you wait till your food comes, and then you want to send it back. My daughter taught me that about sending back stuff. You better order something else or just cross that out. Let it go. You know what goes on in the kitchen, and you've seen enough movies. You just leave. You gotta leave. You just say, you know what, I'm gonna write this off and go somewhere else. Go through a drive-through and go on back home. Whatever the case is. But remember, just don't go there anymore. That's it. Stop spending your money where you are not celebrated or not respected. Stop it. If there's a store that's not respecting you and it's a chain, why are you doing that? There's somebody who just started a business that needs your extra $5 because you have to pay extra when you come to a black business. Why is that? Because it's extra for them to get started. And just make up your mind. You got on Louis Vuitton bag, Chrétien Louboutin red bottom shoes. You got a Bentley out there in the driveway and you want to complain about the extra $20. I don't want to go over there. They charge you extra $20. Boy, please stop it. Let's go where we're celebrating. Let's help somebody else get their business started. Every job comes. So what about the job? It's true at work. You say, girl, I can't leave my job. Then work it out in yourself. Decide how much you're going to take. See, on a job, you have to decide how much you're going to take. I had a line, I smelled it. I know what the BS was. I could smell it. Smell it when I walked in, every morning when I walked in. Do you think they were happy to see me? Maybe one or two, but most of them were not. I could count the people who were, you see? And so you have to decide how many paychecks. I always tell my friends, how many paychecks do you need to get back on your feet or get on your feet? How much savings do you need? You got to swallow that until you can get to the next thing. But have a line, though, how much you're going to swallow. Because when you see where you're choking, then you got to ease your head out the lion's mouth. That's what my mother used to tell me. Ease your head out the lion's mouth. Because the lion will snap your head right off. And you can't let your right hand know what your left hand's doing. This real black, black, black I'm talking right now. And this is how you do it. You do it that way. Let me tell you about stillness. Be still and know that I'm God. Baby, it ain't nothing like silence. Silence will whoop them down. Silence is a mess. And that's what we're being right now as African Americans. We done gone silent on some stuff and loud on other things. There's a difference between being included and merely being present. The same is true with friendships. Some people celebrate your success. Other people compete with you. You got people competing with you and you don't even know why. I am 84. Why would you need to be competing with somebody 84 and you 38, you 44, you 56, you 63? You got to get to my age. Why are you still digging a hole? You got to get to my age. You got to get to 83. I ain't made 84 yet. So I'm not going to do that. But come on, make it to 83. And you know exactly what I'm talking about. Go where you're celebrated. Go where you're loved. And you got to do something on the job, work it out for yourself. In the meantime, find you something else to do on the side. Some people encourage your dreams. Others quietly hope you fail. You know that, but pay attention. The same is true with family. You got family members right in your family, right in your face, right in your same house sometimes. They act like they're supporting you and they could care less. They're competing with you every minute. You got A, they go and do B, and look at my B, look at me, look at me, look at me. And you're like, what? There's no joint. I'm going to help you with you. You help me with me. I'm going to help you with you. You help me. None of that goes on. Nah, it's competition. Sometimes the people who love you best are not the people who share your DNA. There's some people who are really on your side. Sometimes family is chosen. Sometimes respect is chosen. Sometimes peace is chosen. And that's okay. As I've grown older, I become more intentional. I ask myself, do I feel welcome here? If I don't feel welcome, I don't know. I don't go. Do I feel respected here? Out. Do I leave feeling better or worse? Life is too short to keep knocking on doors that never open. Let me say that again. Life is too short. Listen to me, 56, 63, 48. Life is too short to keep knocking on doors that never open. They're not going to open. Make you a new door. Start your own door. Get you some wood and put up some frame and make your door and go through it your damn self. That's how you do that. And never look back. So communities that appreciate your gifts, that's what you got to do. There are businesses that appreciate your dollars. Try to find them. There are churches that appreciate your presence. I ain't going to talk about church. You know, it's hard for me. I got 2 people in my house, but I can talk about some churches. Find you one that appreciate your presence. All right? Organizations that appreciate your experience, including Divine Nine. Friends who appreciate your wisdom. Amen, somebody? Find them, support them, return to them, because every dollar you spend, every hour you give, every ounce of your energy is a vote for the kind of world you want to live in. Let me say that again. Friends who appreciate your wisdom, find them, support them, return to them, because every dollar you spend, every hour you give, every ounce of your energy is a vote for the kind of world you want to live in. Make that world for yourself. Or where your smile is. Go where your smile is returned. You smile, they smile back. It's somebody that's smiling right now. Go find that person and smile. When you smile, they smile. They smile back. You know, if they all lead them people. Lead. Y'all seen the movie Get Out? Okay. I'm sorry. Go where your ideas are heard. Where you say something and they said, you know, that's a good idea. Let's work on that. Go where your ideas are heard. Go where your age is valued. See, there's a lot of places I can't go because the first thing they do is look at all this, and they just shut me down. Ageism is real. Live to get 70, you'll find out. Live to get 60, you'll find out. But live to get 80, baby. Ooh, go where you're celebrated, because when people celebrate you, You don't have to convince them of your worth. When you're already celebrated, people just love you anyway. You just walk in and feel the love. That's what I want for you. They already know it. People already know who you are. They already know how fabulous you are. You see? That's what you want to do. You want to go where you celebrate. So when you go in and say, hey, Georgette, and we just start up. Hey, Georgette. Hey, Dr. Thomas. Hey, G. Oh, that's where you want to go. You want to go where you receive well. And you go to places where they know you. Say, hey, oh, we haven't seen you in a long time. What can we do for you? You know, let me find something for you. I got a store where I shop. I shop in this little shop. And they'll say, and I'll say, how y'all in business without me? You haven't seen me all week. And they'll say, all month. And they'll say, oh, I don't know how we doing. You see, that's what you want for yourself. Because they got something for you. And it ain't over yet. But what is a fact is that I love you. That's a fact. And the second part of that is that you can't do anything about it. A slice of life.